Welcome to the Wisconsin Great River Road, a picturesque national scenic byway along the mighty Mississippi River. Hear what makes this road so great from locals who live, work, and play in the many communities of the Wisconsin Great River Road. Chad Breuer is the property supervisor at Wyalusing State Park. Wyalusing is kind of a different name. Where does the name come from, Chad?
It comes from the Native American word meaning where the old or the holy man dwells. I think what sets us apart is just where we're located. You know, we got the river, the confluence, the bluffs, and that's why the park was formed back in 1917.
Over 100 years old. What kind of changes have been made in those 100 years, Chad?
Well, we've added camping. We've added more electrical sites. You know, when, 100 years ago, people were a lot of rustic tent camping. Now people like that. They like to still camp and get out, but that some of those luxuries of having in case the rain comes in, that camper, the grill or the oven and the refrigerator to keep food cold, and I'll be honest, like my wife, she likes to sleep in a bed at night. So it's those little things that camper has where a tent doesn't. We have sites for campers and a site for tent camping. And a lot of people still tent camp. I mean, it's very popular yet, and year-round. We have people even come in the winter and tent camp. So that's pretty neat to get out and talk to those folks.
Do you have showers?
Yes, absolutely. 2 shower buildings. We have 2 campgrounds, one on the Wisconsin Ridge. That's the older campground, and that overlooks the bluff, and at night you can see the lights of Prairie du Chien. Then we have another campground, Homestead Campground. That's located a little inside, a little interior of the park, a little more secluded. Beautiful sites, brand new shower building, beautiful shower building. So both campgrounds, and we got about 109 campsites between the 2 campgrounds.
So I'm assuming since you're on the backwaters that kayaking is probably a pretty big thing to do there as well.
Oh, absolutely. Kayaking, yeah. So we got a canoe trail. We have a canoe trail that kind of heads south from the park, and you can head north out of the park. Our Friends group, the Friends of Wyalusing, they're a nonprofit group that works just to support the park. And they support programs in the park, especially like our naturalist positions. So they have canoes they rent every day. So you can come up to our concession stand, rent the canoes from the Friends group, and that money stays right back here at the park by supporting our naturalist program, by giving us the opportunity to hire someone to put on programs throughout the summer.
You mentioned a canoe trail. What is a canoe trail?
We got signs up so people don't, because you get in the backwaters and the refuge there, people could get lost. So this way we have trails, signs up, just marking a path, a route for people to canoe so they don't get lost if they're not from the area.
If somebody hasn't been to Wyalusing before, what would be the first thing or what would be the definite you got to see this moment there?
The big thing you got to see is Point Lookout. That's why the park was, identified is where the confluence, where the Wisconsin flows into the Mississippi. We got some great lookouts all along the park and the bluffs. So you want to come down, you want to spend some time, go to these lookouts and walk some of the trails and see the bluffs. If you've never seen it, it's just spectacular. We're, 800 feet above the river, so just spectacular views from up on the points.
Being on the Wisconsin Great River Road has a lot of perks. What are some of the perks that you find for Wyalusing being on the Great River Road?
Oh, I think anybody that's traveling, I think this is definitely a destination stop. People are going to travel the Great River Road. And this is just a destination stop for people. They might not camp, but they're going to come and spend a few hours here, seeing the park, going to the lookouts, looking. They can look over the bluffs in the Prairie du Chien, again into Iowa and Marquette, Pikes Peak State Park. So this is definitely, if you're traveling the Great River Road, this is a destination stop.
Where can people go, Chad, to find out more information about the park?
Definitely go online, the Wisconsin DNR. Just type in Wyalusing State Park, and that's a great way to start. It's going to talk about the park, what we have to offer.
All right. The big question is, you said type in Wyalusing. How do you spell Wyalusing?
Wyalusing. S-I-N-G.
Is there anything I'm missing, Chad, that I should be asking you about?
On the Great River Road, correct me if I'm wrong, we're talking about Highway 35?
Yep.
Then there's a smaller property just south of Wyalusing, Nelson Dewey State Park, and that is adjacent to Stonefield, historic Stonefield Village. When you do travel the Great River Road, make some time to stop at Nelson Dewey also. We have hiking trails, not as many. We don't have the boat landing, but you still got really neat lookouts down there. So a lot of people go down there, then they hit the lookouts, then they can go across the road, and then they're at the historic Stonefield Village.
Experience the Wisconsin Great River Road and its charm for yourself. You're always welcome here. Visit WIGRR.com for more information.